Hey everybody, and welcome back to the second channel. Welcome to learning all of all of the songs that I wrote on Gourmet Ravioli. We'll see if Andrew wants to make some lesson videos. That would be super cool. But here, after doing the last video was ravioli, and now I'm just gonna go through the track list of every song that I wrote and put these videos out periodically. So next one, and if you're unfamiliar, 1st of October is Andrew Huang and my one day a year band. So yes. So every 1st of October we get into the studio and book one day session, and then we have to write and record an entire album in a day. So the songs are very, very rushed. And also, for the sake of this lesson, bear with me, because given how that band works, we play the song once and then it's recorded and then we just move on. So the only time that I played the song all the way through was what you hear on the album. But this is a really easy one. This is Coffee, Yeah. This is the first one we wrote that day, and I'm glad we brought in the 12 string. I got this recently. I really love it. And I just picked it up and we were like, let's get the momentum going and do a high energy song. And then we came up with this, and it's really just two riffs. It's really simple. It could also be played, I think the riffs probably would sound fine on a 6 string as well, but it's on a 12 for the album. And it's kind of like a thrash metal thing, but with no distortion, and on a 12 string. And I thought that was interesting. So anyway, so it's in E. It's in E major. A lot of open E. So anyway, so it starts with this chord, the 7th fret on the A string, 6th fret on the D. That's an E. And then you can also play it with that open string, and it slides down. And then we add a bunch of open notes with the low E here. And the beginning starts with palm muting for that. And that's the rhythm. Bum 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 da da dun dun. Downstroke, 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 upstroke, downstroke. Not that you would, I mean. Also through the amp it sounds great, but when you really hit the strings with a palm mute, you can hear all these. Like, I can hear them really loud, but through the amp you don't really hear them. But and then you add in that other chord. Something that I do a lot is I'll have a third, or really any chord, and then I'll just keep moving it to the right or to the left on the fretboard, figuring out what the next note for each string would be in that scale. And I don't really do it by figuring out, I mean, at this point with something like E major, I'll know the fretboard enough to know what the next note is. But usually, if I don't know what key I'm in or whatever, then I'll just kind of experiment and figure out what the next note on each string would be. And I find that's a cool way to make music, and has a sound that I really like when improvising or just, figuring out songs. So anyway, and the two chords here are 7, 6, and then I change up my position a little bit and add in my 3rd finger, and then it's 9, 9, 7, so a little bit of a different shape. And that also slides. Bam, bam. And then there's quite a bit of improvisation with this song, and I like to build up in the song here and there with having that low E, just power chord. So just open, then 2, 2. Go from the beginning. I'll palm mute here. Then no palm mute. Building up the song. I think I might have went back to palm mute here. I don't remember. Just some improvisation on that low E. And just kind of, I think I remember now, the palm muting versus the open string, and whether to have the chords be quick or hold them out. Just kind of goes with the flow of the song. If you feel like it needs to be building up, you do stuff like that more. If you feel like it should be going down, more palm mutes, quicker chords. And that's really just the main riff. And then the other riff is just doing a very similar thing, but instead of with thirds, we're doing it with, these would be thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths. These chords, so, but again, same 2 strings, 7 and 11. And it's just going up with those same 6th chords and back down. So, 7, 11, 9, 13, and then 11, 14. And then we add in those notes there on the D. That's kind of tricky to get without getting that open A in there, especially on a 12 string. But those 3 notes are, down an octave would be 4, 2, 1. So this would be 16, 14, 13. And then that's the second riff. And then I do something like this. Then there's also a, I think the first time and maybe the second time as we're building up, I also do a different strum there. I don't remember what it was, but I was just improvising, adding more strums as we build up. So we go through that whole intro, then a whole verse with that first riff that we did, going up with those chords, another one with that same verse, and just varying your intensity of your playing depending on what the song calls for at that time. And then the ending is just slightly different. We're going through this again. And then, now I'm trying to remember what it is. And instead of going up, then we go down. And those chords are, there they are. Figuring out as I go. So 7, 11.
24 hours.
24 hours a day. And then, well, 7-Eleven wouldn't be 24 hours a day, but, because that was the original name of 7-Eleven, is that they were open from 7 till 11, and at the time that was like, wow, you guys are open for a long time, but now 7-Elevens are just open like 24/7. 7-Eleven sponsor, hey, if they want to sponsor me in this chord, start putting out a lot of songs with this chord in it. 7-Eleven. So anyway, 7-Eleven, 6-9, 4-7. Those are really pretty chords. Then 2-6. This one's a bit of a stretch. You could also do it by skipping strings, but I like having it on the same string. It's more comfortable for me. But you could get those notes a different way, and then just mute the D string, and it might be easier. But for me, it's easier to just have this shape. Whoa. And then I think I actually went to E major there, and then the song kind of slows down, or just has like a long ending on that E. So the last time is. Exactly what it was there, but Andrew and I had the drums and the guitars synced, and then one more strum. You have your sip of your favorite coffee, and then that is coffee. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. If you cover the song, tag us in it so we can see it, and then we can post it on Instagram, or at least put it on the fan-made covers playlist here on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, that's super cool for us to see people cover these songs. Thanks for watching the second channel. Thanks for being a fan of 1st of October. And I'll see you in the next video with the next song.